Well, guess who just had a birthday? Me. And guess who apparently has the constitution of a Victorian child and caught the bubonic plague again? Also me. You'd think this would stop me, but yet, here I am. So it looks like it's time once again for another episode of Alex Meyers, Giga Chat Edition. It was supposed to be a night like it. Guys, come on.
Oh, sorry, boss.
It was supposed to be a night like any other night. The kind you finish off with a hot dame and a little something to take the edge off, if you know what I mean. But this wasn't one of those nights. A new movie called The Drama had just come to digital video. Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. Now that's a name I hadn't heard in a long time. This was completely untrue, but I thought it to myself anyway. Both Zendaya and Robert had lately been doing projects you'd never expect. Challengers, Euphoria, Batman, and now the stars had aligned. Who could have imagined that these two would be in a movie together, let alone a rom-com with a twist? I sure couldn't. But then again, I never could have imagined Monster Energy body wash. And yet here I am, confused as to why God has not flooded the earth again. But I could feel this movie calling to me, in the dark recesses of that space where you have a heart and I just have 2 boxes of cosmic brownies. I knew it was time to check out The Drama. Alright kid, that's enough. The movie starts out with one of our main characters, Charlie, walking into a Boston coffee shop where no one has even a single nose ring. Ha, I know better. You can't fool me. He cuts in front of literally everyone to order the kind of drink only a disheveled British man would dare to utter.
But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Babbel. As I've gotten older, I'm realizing that I probably need to travel more because, like, being an animator on YouTube specifically, like, most days I only move about 10 steps from my bed to my computer. And if you travel and really want to experience the culture and full identity of a place, you gotta get Babbel. Babbel is a language learning app driven by its goal of creating mutual understanding through language. Babbel is scientifically proven to help you start actually speaking a language in just 3 weeks. And it's not just your typical, like, where is the bathroom? Although let's not pretend like that's not gonna be a lifesaver, you know what I'm saying? Babbel teaches you practical conversations like relationships, business, that kind of thing. It's like your own personal language coach with lessons designed by over 650 real language experts. This ain't no high school textbook from 1993, you know, that your school hasn't updated because all the budget went to like a new football scoreboard. 14-day money-back guarantees, so you literally have nothing to lose and a whole world to gain. So click my link down below or scan the QR code right here on the screen and get up to 55% off your subscription to Babbel. Okay, back to the show.
Can I help you?
I get a black coffee.
Sure.
And then he somehow magically gets it immediately, instead of what usually happens where you wait like 20 minutes and then somehow they spelled your name the most wrong way you've ever seen. Now, this brings us to our second main character, the emptiest coffee cup you could imagine. But you see, this is the genius of Robert Pattinson, okay? There's no pretense about acting like there's coffee in this cup. No, sir. Just pour that piping hot black coffee right down your throat. He doesn't even blink. The second-degree burns add to the flavor.
Yes, I did.
And that's when his eyes fall upon her, Emma, the most girl in the coffee shop. Immediately he's intrigued. It's not every day you meet a CIA spy in real life.
Initiating fart sequence.
He wants to talk to her, but how? How do you talk to a pretty girl? Should he just say hi and ask about the book she's reading? No, that would just be ridiculous. Instead, he goes for plan B, which is to find out what book she's reading and pretend that he also read it, so she'll be impressed. It's not every day you meet a man who can read.
I love that book so much. It's I just finished it last week. It's incredible. It's I really admire it. And
Well, someone did a whoopsie. Now, Emma finally does realize that this strange British man is coming to make her pay some unfair taxes, if you know what I'm saying. And turns out she wasn't ignoring him, but actually, she's deaf in one ear.
I'm not hitting on you.
Sorry, what do you mean?
I admire the book.
I'm deaf in this one.
You're deaf?
Yeah. This one, though. Do you want to start over?
It was a simple question, but one that would haunt these two in ways they could never imagine. It was then I thought how funny it was that Robert Pattinson got his start as a romance movie sparkly heartthrob and has gone on to play only the most insanely bizarre roles he can possibly find. A lesser man would try to hold on to his hot guy teen idol status, perhaps marry a fan who shares the exact same first name. So after starting over and trying his opening line once again, this turns into a wonderful multi-year relationship, and we know things are going great because they have silly pictures together. There's no way you could fake that. Ladies, if your man takes wackadoo Polaroids and can one-shot 200-degree Fahrenheit fresh coffee without a second thought, it's time to break out that Costco-sized bucket of peanut butter because you're in for a heck of a Tuesday night.
We could just try it again, maybe?
You want to try it? Just do it again.
Do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
We now skip ahead several years. Charlie and Emma are engaged and planning their wedding. Charlie is currently writing his speech on what he likes about Emma and how much and why.
I was absolutely certain I was being trapped and that you were recording me and I was going to be all over the internet. But I now understand that the only thing that could have saved me was a second first impression.
Yeah. So funny.
Charlie, I think you may be overthinking this. Just keep it simple, like I did with my old wedding vows. Dearest Emma, you have a face and it is good. Every time I see it, I get a hard and so forth. You get the idea. As Charlie is writing his speech, we see him talking about various points in their relationship, like their first date after the meet cute when he finally confessed to her that he lied about reading the book.
The mirror was... I don't even know where to take this. I didn't read the book. And yeah.
What?
I think I just glitched when I saw you and I wanted to talk to you. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Just a weird little freak. Weird little British freak.
Now, some of you keen observers may have noticed that instead of taking the correct response to this, which is, you just straight up lied to me to get me to like you, and then you doubled down on that lie until I forced it out of you? Well, I've seen enough after movies to know what happens when you fall for a tall British guy. You'll never catch me. Instead of saying something sensible like that, she simply brushes it aside, completely unfazed. This will become important later. We learn a few other things about their relationship, like they apparently have incredible devil's tango.
I don't want to say it like directly. I just want to kind of allude to it somehow because I just think we've always had this sort of like an incredible chemistry that's just...
Wow, Charlie, you saying you enjoy smashing Zendaya? A shocking revelation. We get lots of cute other moments as well, like when he's testing out her hearing loss.
I love you so much, it hurts. I can't be without you. It's scary because I kind of... I want to marry you.
Well, isn't that cute? Adorable even. And this is just a look at all the wonderful, amazing things about their relationship. And if I could just take a moment to acknowledge how insane this apartment is. They live in like downtown Boston. He works at a museum. She does something in an office, hitting KPIs while circling back by EOD, no doubt. And then they live in this library with a giant spiral staircase right in the middle of everything. What kind of Beauty and the Beast West Wing is this? I had to know more. But that's not the point, I suppose. Sure, let them have this $6,000 a month boutique penthouse apartment. I'm not jealous, you're jealous. When you're attractive, good things just happen to you. This is when the movie takes a dark turn. Later on, they're doing a taste testing at their caterer for the wedding, trying to decide if they want a single shrimp with green sauce or half an asparagus with orange sauce. Thank you, that'll be $6 trillion. They can't quite pick the right wine, so why not just try them all?
Before we got married, we did this thing where we said the worst thing we've ever done.
Yes, and then we said we'd never speak about it again. Are you kidding?
Just... It's fine.
Wow, this sounds like a great time to pack things up and not continue this conversation.
I'll do mine too.
Okay, I'll tell mine if we all do it.
Great.
Sure.
Yeah? Promise?
Promise.
Okay.
My words fell upon deaf ears. I knew no good would come from this, but at this point, it was the wine talking now. The ghost of mistakes present had bequeathed its position to the ghost of regretful future. Nothing says Friday night in the city like a white girl having too much wine and then crying on the curb outside, like a lion in the savannah or a Latina in my dreams. You can always find them there.
What? This is about an ex-girlfriend I was dating when I was in college.
Who, Tessa?
Yeah. So we'd been dating for about a year.
And so our heroes, betrousered in folly, admit to the horrible things they've done. This guy used his ex-girlfriend as a human shield against an angry dog. Charlie used to cyberbully someone so bad they had to move away. This girl admits to locking a mentally challenged child inside a rundown RV in a forest. And finally, it's Emma's turn.
What? You were 14. Who cares? Your brain doesn't even fully develop until you're 25.
And yours never got there?
Why are we all ganging up on me today?
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Emma.
Okay, now Emma, remember, you're an adult human with free will. You can choose to just walk away and go play Animal Crossing New Leaf on your Nintendo 3DS.
Okay, I like almost did a mass shooting.
Well, to be fair, I thought you were going to admit that you used to be friends with Bella Thorne, but I commend you for taking that one to the grave. Emma then tells this story about how she was 15 and bullied a lot and looked nothing like herself, which I think is kind of funny because we know what Zendaya looked like at 15, which is to say, exactly the same way she does now.
When I was 15, yeah, I planned to bring a weapon to school.
And the story goes that she planned everything, even bringing the weapon itself to school, but for a variety of reasons she didn't go through with it, and she ended up turning her life around. She became a very strong anti-gun activist, anti-bullying activist, etc. So she planned on doing it, but ended up not doing it. What's the harm, right?
No, it's true. I mean, it's actually why I'm deaf. I was practicing in the woods and I held the gun too close.
Oh.
You know my cousin's in a wheelchair because of a shooting, right?
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Stacy, or Stephanie, or whatever your name probably is, but Emma didn't actually do anything, so I'm sure you can see how silly you're being, right?
So disturbing. I don't even know how to respond to this.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said
You
it.
planned a school shooting.
I mean, I was 15 years
Oh,
old.
you were 15? So what? Does that make it okay?
And so she is overcome with the kind of rage normally only reserved for when a drunk girl finds out that her boyfriend looked in the vague direction of another girl who she doesn't like because she said that her nose looked weird in 7th grade. And this is the tipping point when everything Charlie thought he knew about Emma crumbles away, revealing her mask of mystery. This is something Emma has carried with her all her life and something she deeply regrets and has shaped how she sees other people.
Exactly.
It might be a little fun.
Okay, for all we know, we could have caught her on her worst day.
This, of course, calls back to what I mentioned earlier, when she was rather laissez-faire about Charlie's eccentricities, like how he lied about the book, or why he got his coffee immediately, while she made it like halfway through her book before she got her latte that was supposed to have like a little heart in it, but instead it just looks like... We come to learn that Emma's character feels like she isn't allowed to set boundaries or hold other people accountable because she feels like that would be somewhat hypocritical. But at the same time, she didn't actually do anything, and this was like 15-something years ago. I mean, who hasn't thought about doing all kinds of stupid things when they were a teenager? You have any idea how many puka shell necklaces I had? It's basically the same thing.
Hey, Charlie, did you...
Jesus, you scared me.
I was making a smoothie.
I was just like, it was a reflex.
Do you think I came over here to stab you?
Well, Emma, normally I would say no, but you somehow accidentally walked up like 2 flights of spiral stairs holding a knife, so anything's on the table at this point.
For all of the ways that fat for appearance is good for movement.
And so here we have Charlie, who thought he knew so much about Emma. He wrote his entire speech about all the things he loves about her. Her smile, her laugh, the fact that she beat up like 5 ninjas that one time. But now, as we see in these allegorical montages, he only now can see her as the 15-year-old bullied girl who almost did the thing I should probably not say because of YouTube algorithm reasons. How could such a wonderful, funny, sexy, smart girl like Emma ever even think about doing such a horribly violent thing?
Am I sensing some nerves? Why don't, why don't we, let's do a little warm-up. Let's do a little warm-up so we're feeling, like revved up and comfortable on the day, yeah? All right, let's try it. Let's do a little warm-up.
But then you meet people like this, and actually, you know what, Emma? Don't give up now. Follow your dreams. The only thing worse than people like this are those speakers at like corporate seminars who start out with something like, "All right, how's everybody doing today?" Yeah. "Oh, come on, you could do better than that. How's everybody doing today?" Sir, I hope when you go home your child open mouth wet coughs in your face while telling you a story about their pet invisible horse.
Yeah, Charlie, just a completely natural smile. Yeah, just like how you would smile in life.
And so most of the movie is about how Charlie can't quite get over what he learned about Emma, and Emma's friendship with whatever her name is. That's all gone. But yet the wedding's only a few days away. Do they cancel? Does this one revelation completely undo everything that they had the last couple years? We see him symbolically erase the speech he worked so hard on. The speech being an amalgam of everything he loved about her, like boob, face, but, boob. In his mind, Emma has become solely defined by the worst moment in her life, and everything she's done and become since then is rendered irrelevant.
Did you actually like the lilies? Because I can call him back if you didn't.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. You okay?
How close did he get?
As Charlie spirals more and more out of control and is taken by his obsession with this new Emma, it's time for the wedding. LOL. And he stands up to make his groom speech, which will no doubt be amazing, I'm sure.
Okay. Emma, we had like amazing sex, and
See, I know you could do it, Charlie. I'm always impressed by your determination to show just how low rock bottom can truly go.
Did you sexually harass Misha?
what?
Yes or no?
I didn't harass her.
Well, you see, if there's one thing Charlie does well, it's choosing the worst choice possible. You see, earlier in the movie, during his journey of feelings, Charlie kinda sorta may have almost done the devil's tango with his assistant at the museum. And then he may have sorta kinda mentioned it in his speech, for Lord knows what reason.
Emma, you're the love of my life. I can't understand why I would have done anything to hurt you, especially not with Misha. Jesus, like.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
I don't even care.
No, he tried to-
I don't even care. I wouldn't even care, even if you had killed someone.
And this erupts into a huge fight. He gets beat up by her boyfriend, the entire wedding is ruined, Emma runs away, Charlie tries to go after her, but doesn't know where she is. And so he ends up at a little diner right by their apartment, and he sits there. In walks Emma, who also sits down across from him, and both of them now finally see each other for who they really are, and not just who they portray themselves to be. Like when you meet a girl who says that she kinda likes Hamilton, and then turns out she knows every single word to every single song, but you're in too deep, and this is just your life now.
Do you live around here?
What?
I come here sometimes too, and I feel like I've seen you here before. I'm Emma, by the way.
And thusly, calling back to the very beginning of the movie, Emma and Charlie offer to give each other a redo, a mulligan, if you will. Hello, it's nice to actually for reals meet you. I'm Emma. Hello, Emma. I'm Charlie. Sorry I look like absolute trash right now. I'm British, I can't help it. And that's where the movie ends. We are who we want to be, and we see other people how we choose to see them. Sometimes these Venn diagrams overlap, but most of the time they don't. The rat race of society rewards those who can pretend the best, but deep down we're all just a bunch of gross, messed up weirdos. Many relationships are built on going through the ritual or the ceremony of being in a relationship without actually building a foundation based on anything real or tangible. At the end, we see Emma and Charlie choosing actively to love each other, despite everything, instead of treating love like some kind of natural disaster that just kinda happens to you. There are many past versions of ourselves and other people, and you don't have to love all of them, but you can choose to love the person as they are right now, or not. It's up to you. So, yeah, this movie's pretty good or whatever. Until next time, this has been Alex Meyers and his very sick voice.